or some that doesn't even know, that don't even know that Nigeria exists, will come and say, somebody said, or I spoke to some people and they say they don't want. Who did you speak to? Who? Don't mind. Where is the video? Which street did you go to? Don't mind people that you see them, they say they are protesting and they were paid to do that. Go to the street of Kano secretly. Don't show their face, cover their faces and ask them, would you want America to come and eliminate these terrorists? They will shout it. They will, in fact, some people, you don't even need to cover their face. Or not. Openly, they will tell you that we want America to. I'm talking about Connaught. I'm not talking about Southwest or Southeast, but Connaught. So some people coming up here to say, I've spoken to some people and they say, it's a lie. It's a lie. Want Trump to come. Other group of people that would speak as if they don't want Trump to come in are just sycophants that are protecting the whatever benefit they have with Tinubu. Some believe that America coming to Nigeria is coming to remove Tinubu. I don't know how that concerns the removal of Tinubu. If you perform well, we remain there. And if I were to be Tinubu,
it is because they know what they did in 2014 now. Now they fear that they worry them.
Donald Trump did not say, and America has not come to tell you that, okay, Donald Trump did not say your government did not do this, will remove him. He said, I want to come and destroy these guys that have been terrorizing and killing innocent Christians. He never mentioned anything about political party. Why are you guys beating around political party? During the 2014, they were attacking APC, were playing now. They were bold about political party. They were attacking Goodluck Jonathan direct. They were attacking him direct. They were calling PDP by name direct. But here, nobody has called APC. They just said, we want to come and help the country and eliminate these terrorists after you. So why are you having problem with it? Why are you not changing it that they are after you? You see people like Basharun, if you see the way Basharun will insult somebody the moment it and talks as if he knows something, somebody that has nothing in his brain. He talks as if you understand this and that and that. Meanwhile, Kogi State, as at this week, suffered terrorist attack. His own state, the way they speak. And so many of them. I just pity people the way they speak. See, don't let anybody deceive you. If people want to really hear the truth, let them go to different parts of the country, the 3 zones, north, east, and west, and ask the farmers. The farmers. Ask the farmers, ask the laymen, ask the market women. Terrorists to stop. Do you want Trump to help us? Would you want these terrorists to stop? Let me see whether they will not, shout it on top of their voice that they want Trump to help us. How do you want Tinubu to help us? People that their government are telling us are protecting terrorists, negotiating with terrorists. You are telling us we can do it by ourselves. How? The people, the neighborhood that were given, that were asked to go to the bush and fight Fulani herdsmen and terrorists, did they give them the support? Did they give them the support? You gave them Chakapula to go and fight people that are carrying AK-47.
You didn't even hit the nail. Somebody defended himself against a Fulani terrorist, and the Fulani terrorist died. Now the person is facing death sentence because they defended themselves.
The USA should, that's a matter of urgency, sanction every Supreme Court judge.
Even in our place, some of the boys that wait. Even in our place, some of the boys that wait.
So you don't know that your Chief Justice cannot travel to the US, to Europe. That he has been banned from traveling to the US, or I think she cannot even travel to Europe too. Right? Yeah,
I know that, Grandma.
Yeah, she has been banned since 2022, right? Yeah, your own Chief Justice of the Federation.
They now
that is what
Nigeria. It's such a shame.
That anything they would that is what they want to get on Nigeria. That anything they will do, let them keep doing. If they want to sanction Nigeria, let them sanction Nigeria. I don't even know what Trump is waiting for, because the truth is that APC government will never be honest. Didn't you see in trying to make sure that these guys are eliminated? A lot of people. Didn't you see the pastor's video that is going on that went viral days ago? He called names. He did not hide it. I said I have evidence. evidence of meeting that they had. And all of Pantami was there. He called names in them 100 years. And all of that. Why is APC hiding? Why is it taking them 100 years to print out the names? Let's hear them.
Because they don't really buy into that APC. The fact that we call a party like APC, apart from I don't really buy into that APC idea. It is the leaders that are there. Apart from even there are some people that are not APC that are still part of this. Yes, truly stuff we're saying. Yes, the fact that we're saying that okay, yes, they have their own agenda. The truth is that our own president can come and help. But man, they have their own agenda. But our own president, go that man, that's our president.
Can I just get 5
What is the agenda? You keep saying agenda. What is the agenda? Agenda that
because there is no there is no agenda. Our life is greater than human life agenda. Our life is priority as in takes priority over the only agenda that US might have.
Guys,
and
yes, 5 minutes.
The only thing you can tell me, the only thing you can tell me, Lagos brother, and I will start supporting you is if I have genuine concern that the US will come into Nigeria and start killing innocent people.
Which you know
that is the only time I will have issue with them.
Which you know
you know they will not do.
Just a quick question to Karigwe. Justice, let me just ask Karigwe this quick question.
Because can actually give all the raw materials that we have, all the natural resources.
They wouldn't even
so long as we have.
So Karigwe, let me ask a very important. No, they wouldn't even give that out. So Karigwe, let me ask a very important question here. At this particular point in time, I'm actually beginning to get worried. Do you guys think the US was actually and I'm getting tired of this entire thing? Because bro, it's been 2 weeks of this back and forth, and I'm getting of this entire thing. If they're not going to do anything about it, let's start looking for solutions.
Absolutely. I think I'm getting really tired.
I'm actually getting tired, completely worn out by all these.
No, I will tell you what I think personal problem before people will come for me. What in my own opinion, not party, my own personal opinion, before people will come for me, want the US to come. Our opposition party. Because if we are not to even want the US to come and help us to seriousness enough. Because if we are shouting enough, I think the US is not seeing the seriousness enough. People outside the country, if you just ask people that live outside Nigeria, most people outside Nigeria don't believe this. They see this Christian genocide as a hoax.
The opposition party you are calling
a hoax.
Don't forget that the opposition party you are calling is Erufai Atiku. And it's the same article that deleted his tweet when the brother was killed.
That is the problem we have, right? No, he hasn't.
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That even the opposition parties, they are part of these things. They are part of these things. So it is the leaders at large. This thing is.
So as it stands, Grandmaster, I think every morning it is in our hands now. Or maybe all of us every morning, if you wake up, tag maybe Trump or the US war room and tell them we want your help. Maybe if we do that,
what we should do. Let's start
if every Nigerian that has a Twitter account,
forget party.
If every Nigerian that has a Twitter account, we don't that every day. Maybe they will do something.
Hey guys, can I just get 5 minutes to just elaborate my thoughts? Just 5 minutes.
Hold on, Grandmaster. You know this whole shutdown thing, government shutdown thing, long. It's like taking the burning going on the US now, and it's way long now than expected. It's been going on for way longer than that's why it's like so. I think that's also a distraction on its own, and that's why it's like the government is not like firing from Nigeria as they ought to as regards Nigeria. I'm sure
Will, sorry, Max, let me just say this very quickly to Will. I'm sure Will, sorry, Max, let me just say this very quickly to Will, right? And Will, US that ever fires, this is going to be a long-term commitment, right? If the US ever fires missile into positions in Nigeria, let's say Sambisa Forest or smaller, it has to continue. The country has to continue firing those missiles because it will literally just, get us to a point whereby if they, let's say, carry out this campaign just for a short period of time, and they're capable of decimating these guys, packing their things and leaving, it will be disastrous for, so it has to be a long-term commitment, right?
Some of you are getting the real issue. Some of you are getting the real issue. That the US, what they did to, I'm not supporting anyone, but this is the real issue here. All of us should try and go through DRC Congo, what they did to them.
Hold on,
Get away.
Wait, DRC Congo hold on, wait, DRC Congo.
What the US did to them, let me just explain to you. What the US did to them, let me just explain to you.
This boy get away.
Can I get 5 minutes?
Marietta get away.
Caribbean, we need to
You should go
welcome
ask
Chechens. We need to have interface on this page. What kind of bullshit will test people's intelligence before you bring them up on this page? What kind of bullshit did this guy just say on this page?
Okay, hold on. Look, just 5 minutes. The biggest issue here, I think, is
what can happen to Mars now that we allowed you to talk?
Now village people.
What can happen to Mars now that we allowed you to talk?
See, I think
village people.
Mars,
see, I think
Mars, you can talk.
Other countries, other than US, I still have this feeling. Apart from US, I don't know other countries.
Which country? Which country do you want? No, wait. Which country do you want to come? Russia.
Russia, no.
Okay, which one? Which country is strong enough to help us?
I'm just saying. See, my brother,
is it France?
My brother, listen. That is why I feel like you see what I feel, Caribbean. I feel like US is the only country that can actually take up such a responsibility. I know I'm saying this. Every other country in the world, from China to Russia, they will never commit even a kobo.
What thing they happen to
Is it me?
Grandma,
They will never commit even a kobo.
what thing they happen to
Is it me?
Grandmaster, we didn't hear the last thing you said.
Grandmaster,
Can
I don't hear anything.
My hand has been.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, Grand, we can hear you now. Unknown.
Okay, no, please give me just 10 seconds. Let me say this, right? I feel like if you look at it there in a grander scale, US is the only country that can live up to such a responsibility. Ever commit, right? You know, no other country, in my opinion, can ever commit. I literally told you, in fact, to the extent that US will ever commit. Not China, not Russia. I literally told you, I think it was somebody in his space that actually, define China. China is the best possible I've ever heard somebody define China. He said that China is a soulless country where they mine, that will literally step over the dead body of communities where they mine just to get to the minerals. They don't care. All in the name of non-interference. They don't want to interfere. They will literally watch you guys massacre yourself as long as they continue to mine. So if there's anybody who's going to commit their resources, because I listened to some of the debate that the Americans were having, they are saying, why should America, you understand, commit so much resources, taxpayers' money, towards going to fight insurgency in Nigeria? We need to hit them. And like I said, it is going to be a long-term campaign because we need to hit them to the point whereby they completely decimate their ability to retaliate. Now, the question is, which other country in the world will actually take up such a responsibility? Which other country will do that? The US. Which other country? I'm actually done. Which other country will do that if not US? Which other country? And which other country has the resources and the military budget to do that? Not US. Globally. None. Right? Because even if you look at the military budget globally, the US, the last time I checked, has about 987 billion USD per annum going into their budget. That dwarfs the other 11 countries behind them, including China, Russia, Germany, England, and France, and everything in between. All of them combined together, they are about 930 something billion USD. So the US still dwarfs them. So which country will actually commit? Which country will even care enough about we ordinary Africans? And used to come and say that they are going to, expend their scarce resources and used to come and fight insurgency in Nigeria. So I feel like if people like US are coming up, and you are helpless. People like a country like US is coming to say, we want to help you. And you are helpless as it stands because it is obvious that you are helpless. The last time I checked, I remember one of the, I think it was one of the service chiefs or one of those NSA guys coming to tell you that they cannot man the entirety of Nigeria. Don't have your government is literally conceding local governments because they don't have the will. to fight back against these guys.
Exactly.
So they simply just give them the local government and call it a day. So what are you saying? You are literally in a mess,
The country is
and you
already
cannot
invaded,
even raise your
Grandmaster.
voice and say,
Nigeria is
"Help
already
me."
full-blown invaded by these terrorists. I mean, those of us in the south or people living in the south don't even. A lot of people don't get the picture yet. Call anybody in Niger State or call anybody in the villages of Niger State or and places like Zamfara and other a whole lot of places. You understand? Like that. I'm even talking of where they are holding a whole lot of local governments land, and people are paying them taxes.
Maybe
Like they are
probably
the government. You don't
Will,
get it.
maybe probably a lot of you did not see that news. Like last week, there was a news that came out that the group that attacked the communities in Kwara last 2 months, right? That same terrorist group, the one that just the one that came before Wulo Wulo, it's called Mamuda, right? That the group is literally gearing up right now. That was the report to attack Ekiti State and Osun State after they have moved into communities.
And they will attack.
This information is out there in the open. Will, the reason why I'm saying this is this. Will, the reason why I'm saying this is this. It's not even about Nigerian map. Like this information is literally out there in the open. It is known. It is public knowledge that this group is regrouping currently to attack communities in Ekiti North and Osun North. Rumo was crying over. After they have invaded Oku community, the same community that Basharumo was crying over. He's talking about there is nobody mobilizing to those communities. Nobody is talking about deploying the troops right now to those communities. No military action to go there and stay ready for the possible invasion that is going to come. These guys will come out, invade, God forbid, on its own security, and then leave. So what is this not a country that has lost grip on its own security? So what is the big deal if you come out and say, I cannot help myself? I am drowning. Because people have been, this is my hand, help me out. I am dying. Ever heard Tinubu? Because people have been killed in this country since when? Have you ever heard Tinubu come out to even acknowledge the killings? Have you ever heard him acknowledge the killings? Came out to say, they literally had to force him to the point where his handlers came out to say, that the president had to reschedule. And that Yewata, he didn't reschedule an appointment to travel to Benue State to Yewata. And that Yewata, he didn't get there. So the killings of Nigerians is not enough for the president to cancel every single thing on his appointment book and started into Yewata. He had to come out to tell us that, I needed to reschedule my trip.
Grandmaster, he went there and was campaigning. He went there and was campaigning. Don't forget.
The reason he gave that is very annoying that Grandmaster is willing to talk about is the road because he couldn't go to Yewata because the road is bad.
That was before. I'm talking about before he even came to Yewata. He said that he couldn't get to Yewata because of the rain.
Because the road is bad, not rain. Because the road is bad.
You don't get the point I'm making, Karigwe. Before he came to Yewata, you know that his visit to Benue State was literally publicized, right? We literally knew he was going to Benue State like almost a week prior before he traveled to Benue State. Before then, Yewata killings happened, and he did not say a damn thing. After the whole war started raising their voice and screaming at what, say, what is going on? How can such number of people, so many people be killed in a single instance in this country? And the federal government is not saying a damn thing. Then they came out. One of his aides came out to say that because of the issue in Benue State, that the president has cancelled his travel plans that was supposed to take place on that Wednesday. And because of that, he has put the visit to Benue State, you understand, in his calendar. So he has replaced it with the travel he was supposed to do on that Wednesday.
Grandmaster, so it actually took the Pope speaking before we even got to the point you're talking about. It took the Pope. It was when the Pope spoke that the whole world, as in the whole people were like, bro, that even Pope that is in faraway Rome had to acknowledge the kind of massacre that went on in Yelwata, and the president of the so-called Nigeria has said nothing.
Absolutely. It was the Pope.
It
was the Pope. And the bastard got to Benue State. Yeah, it was the Pope. And the bastard got to Benue State and then didn't go to Yelwata because he said the road was bad. For me, this government...
The road you're supposed to fix, so...
But he also campaigned when he was in Benue State, though. He campaigned in that
They brought children out in the rain. Oh, my God.
So, Karigwe, the point I was making is this, Literally, your service chiefs and everybody I think it was the one that Christopher Musa was, literally recently removed, right? Also came and said something about prayers, right? My brother, your country is finished, pata pata. When those who are tasked with the responsibility to protect you are coming to tell you to do fasting and prayer, my brother, pack it up, it's over. So the point I'm making here is this: as it stands today, Nigeria cannot protect its territorial integrity. That is why these terror groups continue to pop up every single day. There are literally local governments in Niger State today that you cannot go to. The Nigeria police and the military warn you not to go to those local governments. They have no control of what goes on in those local governments. Those local governments are completely occupied by bandits and terrorists. In Niger
Completely.
State to Middle
Bro,
Belt
they
here.
dey collect tax.
I'm not
You don't
talking
get
about,
it?
okay,
And people pay
Will,
taxes to them.
Will,
That's
Will, did you see the news today? Did you see the news today, Will? The ones in Castina that recently did a peace deal with them have said that they are no longer going to keep to the peace deal. That they are going to resume the attack in the communities,
yeah.
right? Because somehow they said that they claim that Nigerian government attacked them. So literally, the terrorists in your territory are the ones giving you conditions,
And this whole peace deal,
telling you what you should
Grandmaster,
do.
thanks for even mentioning this peace deal. You notice that recently, you notice that attack has been going on in Kano, unlike we used to hear before, right? So now this is the thing with this peace deal that a lot of people don't even understand. The whole thing about the peace deal is a sham, right? This is how it works, right? When they reach a peace deal with any community, now the peace deal is that they will remain in that community peacefully. Okay, the community people will attack them, the military and police or whatever they have in there will not attack them in any way, shape, or form. So there will be no confrontation either from them or from the people of the community or from state actors, right? And they don't lay down their arms after this peace deal. They go back home with their arms. So you know what happens? Now, because of the agreement they reach in those peace deal, they go to other communities, probably to bordering states. Like you gave example with Katsina right now. What happened in Katsina was that when they reached that peace deal, they started attacking Kano communities bordering the communities they were operating in Kano. So they started attacking the Kano state communities. Why? Because when they attack Kano state communities, they run back to Katsina and they have a covering in Katsina because they have a peace deal in Katsina. They cannot be so that's how the stupid so-called peace deal works. So when you look at all these things, it's just like it's bro, it's a no-brainer. Nigeria is cooked. And we just need
any
external help if
government
we can't help ourselves.
any government that negotiates with terrorists, that government is a dead government. It needs to be wiped out. Any government
You negotiate with terrorists
that
and they
negotiates with
don't lay
terrorists.
down their arms, they go peace deal, but they come with rocket launchers and all whatever they come with, and then they live with it with police and army covering. They still go back to the bushes and they reach, bro, car, bro.
So if the
Come
US
on.
intervention in Nigeria means that the criminal government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is done, then so be it. But we have to have peace, and the shedding of innocent blood in the Middle Belt must not continue. So this government is willing to negotiate with terrorists. I would wholeheartedly support the toppling of this government, either by the US military forces or even the forces we have on home soil.
My brother, leave that. My brother, forget that talk, I beg. Just leave him. Leave him. I know what it is. Just leave that
Grandmaster, and
particular talk.
Grandmaster, you know how the US operates. When they
Leave
take this
him.
matter, if the US are really serious about this matter, trust me, they are going to follow up this matter like the Mossad,
If they are
the
very
Israeli
serious,
whatever
yes,
intelligence
yes, my
do.
brother. If they
They
are very serious
they will
about,
follow the money. Are you getting
I've
me?
said
No,
it.
hear what I'm saying. These guys are going to follow the money. So even the sponsors of these terrorists will be taken out. So don't be surprised when you start hearing some prominent people being blown up in their cars or in their houses or something like that. I mean, if the US are really going to take this thing up the way it's looking, okay, so they are not just going to focus on these ragtag terrorists in the bushes. They are coming after the sponsors as well. So that's how this kind of thing works. Yeah,
Wait. Did you just call them ragtag terrorists?
bro.
Do you know what ragtag is? These guys are literally more armed than the Nigerian
But they
military.
are still ragtag now. You haven't seen them.
They are not ragtag. They are very well organized. They are not ragtag. Haven't you seen the movement? Please take a look at the map of Nigeria. Haven't you seen the movement? Do you think it's a coincidence that they keep splitting themselves into halves? They keep splitting themselves into halves so that they can move into new territories. The same Ansaru that's broke away from what do you call it, Boko Haram. Why didn't it stay in the northeast? Why did it start heading towards the middle belt and the northwest?
Grandmaster,
Sorry, just a minute, wait, just a moment, because no vex, I beg. Look at the position of Borno states and Yobe states, where we know that Boko Haram started from, right? Now take a look at the position of Kogi State and Kwara State, almost at the opposite ends of each other. You think it is not strategic that somehow a group that broke away from Boko Haram, like, Ansaru, and a group that came from Lakurawa in Northwest, ended up somewhere close to the Southwest? Like, look at the distance between that Osun State and that Borno State. My brother, by road, it will take you close to 20 hours to get there with all the stops, right? So the point I'm making is this.
Grandmaster, I think they are reserving the southeast for the last.
They know that is where the big battle is going to be now. So they are waiting to first of all tenderize the rest of the country. You understand? You don't understand what is happening, my brother. There's what is called encircling.
Yeah.
They are literally trying to encircle the southern part of Nigeria. So
have you even asked yourself why are they achieving this success? Because there's no willpower to take them down. You saw ISIS in Iraq, right? You saw what ISIS did before Trump came to power and everything in 2016 and all that.
And also shame on Trump for bringing that ISIS guy to the White House. I think that was a defilement of the White House.
Yes,
that guy defied the White House.
That is what I'm talking about. And you guys don't want to listen to me.
You understand?
Don't be deceived.
Don't be deceived. What? Has ISIS not been deceived?
Let me say, if you want, you've been talking. If you want, see, let me be sincere with you. If you open your heart and listen to other people, it's going to help your conversation. But if you want,
so guys, is there any reason I'm not allowed to speak yet?
No, unknown, you can speak. I just dropped the other guy. Speak.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, Ebuka is my name. This is not my real account. And yes, I am a Nigerian. I live here in Nigeria. I think the problem that we're having in this country is something we all know. Let's not deceive ourselves. And first of all, let's stop entertaining and platforming all these people that come here to tell us stupid things. Like, we waste so much time trying to. I saw you guys trying to pin Lagos brother to. So you know who this thing is. You know what this thing is. You know what its job is here. The job is very simple: confusion. Nobody that's in Nigeria or anywhere around Africa or that has social media or has access to Nigerian Twitter that does not know what the fuck is happening in the middle belt. Let's not deceive ourselves about it. And you talk about the government. You know that the people involved that kept us in this mess, the executive, the rich, then the extremists, and then the poor, because the poor people, they are just very much involved in this, and this includes the likes of Reno Omokri, Daniel Nwabala. They are just about the same thing as Sake was popping. All of them, they are just after their own selfish interest. And both these rich people, that is the elites, who we call the things we call elites in this country, and the extremists that has been junketing, going to several media houses. Imagine Gumi at Turkey talking about there is no Christian genocide in the Middle Belt. They are burying empty caskets. That's bullshit. The truth is, all these people, they know the gospel truth. And the truth is, there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. But another thing that is the truth is, these people do not care about us. These extremists, they do not care about resources. They are being used. You give them gun, tell them that if you kill this person, is an infidel, and you are going to get a couple virgins if you die in the process. They move. They don't really give. They don't. Do they know what a lithium is? Do they? If you ask this person what's first 20 elements, he doesn't know. So if you tell him that there is lithium or whatever up there, he doesn't know. His own is Allahu Akbar and open fire. That's about it for the extremists. And the rich people, their own is they are walking on eggshells. They don't want to get the extremists angry because they have another election coming up. They don't want to be pushed out of power, this, that, this. Another set of idiots. And then you have the poor people, they don't care about anything. Just give me money or offer me something now. I start talking. Data boys, all of them, they are in the same category. And like I always say, we shouldn't be giving platform to those things. You shouldn't be allowing those things get into our head. We are losing distraction. We are not calling out our Christian leaders enough. They are very comfortable. I don't know why we are not cussing them out enough. I'm not talking about calling out or reminding them of what to do. No, I'm talking about putting it to them that you are whatever the fuck you think you're representing. It has nothing to do with Christ, because you pay more attention to. There is this preacher that I follow his program, though. I'm a Christian, so every morning I jump on, try to like pray my way out of the whole situation and everything, like every other person does. And in a very sensitive time in our country, what you wanted to celebrate was your YouTube followers. You are mad. You are mad. I don't think you're worshiping God, and I don't think we call these people out enough, because their Muslim counterparts, you have seen them all over the news. If you don't hear that this Sultan is making a statement, you hear that this person is saying that no, there is no genocide, and it is just us countering these people. And every Sunday we still go to the same church, and these people will lay their filthy hands on us and say that they are giving blessings when thousands are being killed. I am an Igbo man. I am from Anambra State. I am a typical bona fide Anambra State. 042 born and brought up. I have never been to the north all my life. But I can tell you, with the things that I see online here, I know that there is war there. So let's not allow anybody try to gaslight us or giving platforms to all these what is it called? All these their side ops officials.
Terrorists.
Exactly. They come here, they try to play a little bit Kiana, where they try to be like moderates or whatever. No, we know what the fuck you are. And we should pay attention to these people. There is this Hassan that spoke earlier. That's the time I was listening quietly, That's the time I started raising my hand, started requesting for Mike. He said he was going to come to Nigeria, to Castana, to do what the fuck what? What the fuck do you know you're doing in Castana? Try to like. Are you trying to smuggle in money to these terrorists? Are you trying to arm them? We should pay attention to people like this. We shouldn't give them platforms. As much as we should always call them our reverend fathers. Where are they? Where are they? Where are our own Christian religious leaders? This is the time we need them the most. And people are opening their dirty mouth. A couple of them, that they will come out and be like, what fucking resources, dog? What fucking resources are we talking about here?
Held El Zazaki for a long time, and they were protesting and crying that they are oppressing them. Immediately, the issue of Christian genocide is raised. They started protesting. America should not come burning flags. Well, what is going on? What is going on is that some people are killing people. I didn't say that the government is killing people. Some government official may be complicit. I didn't say that the Muslims in Nigeria are killing people. No, but there is a set of radical Islamic elements determined to turn this country into an Islamic state. That is all the truth. What do we do? That is the question. The question is not whether it was there was Muslim suicide, genocide in Jaws, genocide. The point that we have seen the killing, I have witnessed it. I hear it every day. News filter in. We see it. The solution is for the government to take drastic step to stop genocide. Because you see, Christians are crying, but let us see what happened. Let us know what happened in Central Africa. Christian crusaders raised their weapons against the Muslims when this thing was happening. And they wiped them out. They all ran away. They were even hiding in churches. The number of Christians and the number of Muslims in this country are staggering together. If not for the fate of Christians like Mr. Yusuf was teaching, was telling us this now, how they say they will not revenge of Christ. If the Christians mobilize themselves and arm themselves, I don't think anybody can kill them. They will even kill more if that they will enter them, which that's not our prayer. So I please appeal to us to please be talking in line with stopping the evil that is going on. There is an evil brewing. If we talk in that line, I will continue to talk within ethnic lines, within religious lines, within our beliefs. This thing will consume all of us. We may not come out of it. This is just the beginning. If anybody had told me that this thing will reach to this level in 2008, I wouldn't know it. I would just say maybe they are just overcome. But people were sent, people were assigned. There is genocide. There is carnage. So if the Nigerian government and Tinubu does not want to, or he feels he can't do that, let him work with the Americans. It has been the rule in the world. No country exists alone. Let him work the foreign powers to sanitize his country and bring peace. Muslims can practice their Muslim, Christians can practice their Christianity. The pagans, if anybody wishes to convert, he converts on his own. Conversion is not by force. That is just the truth. If it's not told us that if you go to preach to someone, if he doesn't receive it, just leave him. He never told us to force anyone to be a Christian. It never happened. The one that Crusaders did those days, the time of Roman, is wrong. They never represented through Christianity. Because when they got there, they would kill Christians, they would kill Muslims. Sorry, I'm rounding up mindset. I've seen your. They will kill Christians, they will kill Muslims, they will kill Jews. So that's not what Christ was. I think, let me rest my case here. Let us discuss here how we can move forward so that things, the country will be good for us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful submission. So thank you for time as well. So guys, please, I know a lot of things we want to say, right? Let's be very mindful of that. We want to stay here till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. If not, we're gonna be off for another 4 or 5 days. There will not be any space. So I will take my time, do my work, and come back. Let's be very mindful. Anyway, you did raise your hand earlier on. If you're not willing, if you're not ready to speak, I'll pass the mic to Mo. Otherwise, you raise your hand when Mr. Yusuf was speaking.
Yes, mindset. I wanted correcting something regarding what Mr. Yusuf said about the just terminus market. You see, when the just terminus market was in its highest step, when it was booming of business, like literally 70% or 80% of major business owners there are households. It's the houses, the Muslim, non-Muslims that have the highest number of businesses investment. And when the market was brought down, it got burned to ashes. The Muslims were the biggest losers in that scenario as well. This is common knowledge for anyone who knows how to stay during that period. So I will yield for now.
All right, thank you very much. I think I'll pass the mic to Mo, then I'll come to it. Please, if I don't pronounce your name the right way, please correct me. After Mo, I will come to Luke 7. Mo, you have the mic, sir. Good evening.
Okay, good evening, sir. How are you? So I just come off not long ago, but I get the heads up already you're where you're off to. But what I want to just understand on this kind of aspect is that for me, I literally live in Ghana. So you see on this kind of issues like a country genocide, this is a big issue we are talking about. History can be fair because you can recall about what happened in countries like Rwanda and Co. So small things like this can cause a big issue that will cost everyone a great deal that we're getting see that coming. But I want to emphasize here is that for here in Kano, no, I don't see any Christian anywhere near us that is living under fear. I mean, you are one of the most moving businesses that we have here in terms of tech and co. You are the leading, you are the backbone of business down here. So when I see things like this, I'm wondering how are these theories coming up? You know, there are some places that when you go for sure, this kind of things are happening. But what I'm thinking is that it's not basically the idea of us, like for us Muslims living down here, to push you out to do something back to you. Basically, like honestly, I'm trying to be honest with you. We don't have that feeling towards you. We live in a peaceful way with you. And I travel to other countries. I see how people are impacted. It's only in Nigeria that things are getting way out of hand. So based on what I understand, it's like this kind of things. It's a way that maybe some people outside the country, like the world politics, they have some bad intention on us because here in Nigeria they don't want us to settle down. That's one thing that we all know. It's clear about Nigeria. So they have to be finding ways that they will not let us focus on what matters the most. They will just have to be pushing this kind of cozy things to us. Let us just think deep about this. Seriously, if we table the discussion, you can say that Nigeria is the most responsible country in the whole nation, based on my experience. Like maybe they will not rank us among the top. Of sure, if you look at it, we are capable of excelling and becoming one of the best countries in the world. Well, we are not even focused on that. Our mind is not there. Nigeria is totally spoiled. It's totally ruined. So this kind of things, they are among the things that when they want to do something bad to a nation, they will insert that kind of things. You know, like if you take what happened in Sudan before they split Sudan, they give Khartoum and Juba each they give them their countries. What's happening there? It's like they are living in there. This kind of conflict that we are having. Then, with time goes on, come to a time that they can no more live with each other. They split. They give Sudan and South Sudan. South Sudan, they give them I think they separate them. So they are the ones who have the resources. Like currently, you are the ones that have the resources. Clearly, in Nigeria, you are the one in charge of our resources. It's called oil. So same thing with South Sudan. What you look into, what I'm trying to take you here is that after the South Sudan, they couldn't settle down. They get what they want. They settled themselves with normal Sudan Khartoum, but they are still on the road. Half of them now are suffering. It's far better. It's far better for them while they are living together. Because if you go to Sudan, there is nothing in South Sudan. I mean, there is nothing fun about that. So countries like this that they have versatile resources, the UN and some bad organization, world organizations, they will have to keep on pushing this kind of agendas into a country so that they will destroy what they have and destroy their future because that's what they did to us. Genocide, yes, I'm sure I'm sharing your friend. I live with you. Where I live is in the metropolitan of Kano. I mean, I live just near UK, in UK outside, so I'm in the middle of it. I grow up among Christians. Our neighbors they are Christians. I have many Christians friends. All through this, I call them brothers. We are brothers, and we don't live with this fear. So when I see these kind of things, I was like, how did we arrive there? It's just that most of the moderate Nigerians, they are not living under that condition that they will understand that when in life you have to be able to tolerate everyone. You have to believe with everyone, with everyone's belief. You'll come to meet many people with different religion, different backgrounds, so you have to tolerate them. Because of just the ones that you are in the same nation, you share a same fatherland. So I don't see how we will be killing this hatred between each other. For me, I'm trying to be honest. I have never felt that kind of way because I know that is not how it's supposed to be. So at least try to consider us. Don't be don't be thinking that we want bad something with you, or we are feeling that you are doing bad something bad to us. No, never. I will repeat that you are one of the most leading tech of here. Kano. If you don't know now, I'm telling you, I'm even through. Move our business. You help us. Without you, the name center of commerce that Kano has, it will have been trouble because sure you have been resourceful and we have been brothers since ages. So at least let's just try and maintain that kind of sanity so that we can be better and our future can be bright. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, y'all.
All right, thank you very much for the solution. I will then go to Takuluki7. I hope I pronounced your name the right way, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, you did. Very good mindset. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, can you permit me to use pidgin?
I wouldn't mind, but on this platform we have
Okay,
not Nigerians.
no problem.
One minute. But if you make life a little bit easier for you, I was might be able to.
No, for the sake of others. No, for the sake of others, I'll just use it.
Go ahead, sir. You have the mic.
Okay, I would like to come through this way, and I would want to talk about Nigeria. I don't want to talk about the influence of that's my take. Staying here on the plateau for some time now, we've seen the attacks and the rest. And some of us are still seeing it that we have Islamists, we have Islamist militias that are killing people in the villages, in Plateau, in Benue, and Taraba. But it's the same people that will still tell you that when you go to a Muslim's shop or a Hausa man's shop to buy goods, he's very transparent. He deals with you on surface level, no cheating, no manipulation. And they tell you, and we own that story. We tell you that's how they are. And then when it comes to the genocide issue, we are still telling you our story. And you are seeing this genocide, like the statement of going today that Christians are burying empty caskets. That aside, let's watch it through because when there's crisis, when there's problem, there's an opportunity for solutions to come out of it. If the regions we have in Nigeria are saying from the south, we have Islamic militias killing our people. The east, the same thing. The west, the same thing. The middle belt, the same thing. And also in the north, they are saying the same thing. And a sheikh from the north is saying, they are our children, they are our brothers. We should not kill them. We should rehabilitate them. And it means when you want to rehabilitate, there's a problem with that stuff. There is an issue with that stuff. You need to be clear. And now this is the most annoying part of it. If you feel your religion is a religion of peace, and your brother who claims his religion is a religion of love is screaming and is shouting, someone is hurting me, someone is killing me. I think the right approach should be who is killing you and what is causing all this? How do we find a solution to the problem on ground? But see where the problem is. No one is saying let's find a solution that Christians are being killed. There's genocide of Christians in the Middle Belt. No one is going there. For example, the NS, I think the Islamic Association, I've forgotten the full name, NS something. If you feel you need to deny the genocide happening to the people of the Middle Belt, why not approach Khan in the Middle Belt? Please, we are both religious bodies. Let's see how where we can find lasting peace. Let's see how well we can protect lives and properties. Let's see how well we can make Nigeria a good country so that people can thrive. But this is not the issue on the table. Everybody is claiming their own story over the other. Christians are saying they are killing us. Muslims are saying they are killing us. And Christians are not saying they are not killing Muslims. We are not denying the fact that Muslims have been killed in the north, up north. Bruno, Kassina, Zamfara, and the rest. We accept that Muslims are also being killed. So why do you want to change the narrative that Christian genocide is not happening if you don't have an agenda to it? See, like Burna Boy will say, you go explain, tire. If you don't get evidence, you go explain, tire. That's what's happening. We have seen videos. We have seen where farmers or some of the locals give testimonies about things that have happened, give their own testament, and say this is how they attack. And even before they attack, we see the signs. These guys they call for some of us that are privileged to be in the media. They call sometimes and they tell us that see there's a planned attack. And this is what we are seeing. We are calling on the government, we are calling on the security structure to come and save us in the next 24 hours, in the next 48 hours. It will happen before the military will come. And we have the same mode of operations, rinse and repeat. We condemn, we would find the culprits, we leave no stone unturned. And it keeps happening. Then somebody comes on here and says there is no genocide. Christians are just shouting, they are just uh, playing the victim and the rest. See, let's be sincere. If we are in the same country, some of these things happening in our country, it won't even last a week. The value of life, the way our northern brothers take life, it's painful and it's unbearable. So at this point, right, we should look at it that which side, because I'm not trying to push on blame, I'm just saying this thing openly. Which side is ready for peace? Which side is ready to find a solution to the problem on ground? Which side is actually seeking a way out? Then it tells you where the problem lies. A cleric that will travel all the way to Turkey to debunk the Christian genocide cannot travel down these villages and see things for himself so that he can actually stand with proofs and facts and say there is no genocide. When they are burying these people, you don't reach out to them. You don't go to the IDP camps to even give relief materials. But you claim there is no genocide. This tells you the depth of wickedness that we are seeing in the country currently. You want to own my story. You tell me there's no genocide, that we live in peace with the other religions. But if you go to the north, Christians are living in fear. People change their names just to have a normal day in the north. This is what we are saying. People will tell you when we go there to buy land and build churches, it's hard to get a CFO. It's hard to get land. There is a Fulani convert, I will not call his name, he's a pastor. I think something preached the gospel. On X, go and check his stories. He converted and they've been trying to kill him. Of recent, we saw a military officer, a naval officer, commissioned officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, threatening that the day he sees that man, he's going to kill him. And you want to tell me there is no underground plan for what is happening in Nigeria? We heard the statement of the late president, former president of Nigeria, late President Muhammadu Buhari, that they will soak the blood of the dog in the baboon. We heard that. We heard Garba Shehu said, Boko Haram, the freedom fighters of the North. All these things are in our front. All these deception tactics, they are gone. They are old. Social media have really given people an insight to all these things. Of recent, Shegumi said they should not attack these people, that they are sons, they are their brothers, they are their children. But what are they doing? Is it right in a same country? Can you permit that? Then you go further to say, let them rehabilitate these guys. It means something you want to rehabilitate is faulty. So please, we should just tell ourselves the truth. There is a Christian genocide happening in the Middle Belt, whether you like it or not. The truth is, for the fact you refuse to see a bed to be a bed, it does not change the bed to a lion, because the features of the bed is still what the bed will be carrying. Two wings, a beak, and its claws. So that's how it is. The truth is, at this point, we should say it the way it is. We should say it without fear. We should say it without sentiment. We should say it as men of value and people. Because one, the killings that have been happening, we've been taking note of it, it has been documented, whether you like it or not. If you go on social media, you will see it. If you want the victims to give you their own account of these happenings, they are available in the IDP camps. It's in the Middle Belt. We have over millions of people staying in the IDPs for over 10 years. These are proofs. We didn't talk, we didn't manufacture it. It's not Nollywood. It's not a skit. Nobody is acting here. This is reality. So for the fact some group of people feel like when it happens, they will come and play the gallery and try to deviate from what it is. It shows what's happening. You can't deny it, no matter how you try. The fact is still on ground.
Sorry, Mr. Takulu. I raised my hand for the past 2 minutes and I was looking at you say it and then you will round up quickly. So
Okay, let me just, in 30 seconds, let me just round up. Whether you like it or not, if you tell me you are a mechanic, the only time I will believe you are a good mechanic is when you can fix my car and it work properly. If you tell me you are a religion of peace, it's when I can live with you and not live in fear. It's when somebody from the south can live with you and not live in fear. It's when somebody from the can live with you and not live in fear. And it's when I can live with you and you will acknowledge the fact that the rules, the Sharia you want to include in our constitution or in our laws in this country does not suit the two of us. You drop it by the side. That's when it shows you are living in peace with your neighbor. You respect their boundaries and they will respect your boundaries. So for tonight, I just want to say this. If truly we know what we are doing, we should accept the truth and know that whatever we preach and how we preach it determines how we act and relate with people amongst us. Because the religion that we practice, people will not come to the mosque or the church because of their religion is different. It's the actions we show them that will make them believe what we are and how we are. See, by their fruit, we shall know them. This is where I have to stop. Thank you very much, Mindset.
all right, so thank you for your submission. You said in the course of your submission that people should respect people and everything. Please, I'm just gonna beg you. You said 30 seconds. You spend more than 30 seconds. I just want to remind you. Right? Now to the next speaker.
I'm very sorry.
1 minute, please mute your mic for a minute. There's something about you, right? I like people that keep to their word. It doesn't matter how interesting the topic is, it doesn't matter how interesting your submission is. If you're not going to respect my time, please do not come on this platform and request for the mic. And I've made it very clear to everybody. I don't care how people feel about it. It's a must on this platform, respect my time. If you are not able to do that, please do not request for the mic. When I raise my hand, it's just for you to know that it's time to round up. If you tell me it's going to be 1 minute, I'll give you 1 minute. But when you see that 1 minute, you really get up my national. We want a better country. We want a country that is going to respect, but we are not able to respect time. I don't know how difficult this is for every one of you guys here. When I raise my hand, please know that it's time to wrap up. Thank you. On that note, I'll pass the mic to Dr. Dr. You have the mic.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead, sir.
I joined when Mr. Yusuf was singing a song, and I think there's one stanza of the song, and there's one stanza in the song. I think that they actually that said, "Run the zamuken yes, a chicken sarin sama, run the zamuken yes, you know when you sing the vibes, they kill our pastors, they kill our churches, they ask us where shall we repent? We say we shall repent. Go revenge for us. So the stanza I just sang, it says, the day we shall see Christ in glory, suffering will be over. Now, let me say a few things here and then pass the mic. First of all, it's inaccurate to say that the End market over 70% were Hausa Muslims carrying their businesses. I visited that market not once but twice. Majority of traders in that market were Igbos in that market. And the biggest aim of destroying that market was weaken the revenue base of the state. And they had succeeded during the first time of Joshua Dare. Now, my biggest problem is not with the killers of innocent people, is with those who do not carry arms. They are nicely dressed in their attires, but they support these killers. And how do they support these killers? American governments, the innocent people are being killed. We're coming after these killers, not after Nigeria. We're coming after these killers. Then these people who are not armed are beginning to say, don't come after them. They are saying it's not genocide. It's just like you have a house and it's on fire, and somebody saw the fire from a distance and say, "What happened?" You are trying to tell a person, "No, it was a candle that fell off on a carpet, or it was a gas cooker," and you are arguing. One says, "No, the candle is not a gas cooker." The bottom line is the house is on fire, and you need to put that fire out. So it's the same thing. Lives are being killed, whether you call it genocide or not genocide. Lives are being killed. In just when it erupted, their target were churches and pastors. They were not going after luxurious buildings. They were not going after luxurious houses. They were pastors and preachers. And I put out an article here about Jos that I wrote roughly 2 years ago. It's talking about how cosmopolitan Jos was before September 7, 2000. There are no major events and major stars in Nigeria that are not linked with Jos. All these them, Tony Elumelu, Ebike Dabiri, were all born and raised in Jos. All these footballers, Musa, Mikel, all of them, majority of almost 10 Super Eagles players were all born and raised in Jos. And they have this link. PDP were holding their convention in Jos. SDP, even in 2023, Labour Party, APC, all they were launching their campaigns in Jos. Just was very like central, but what happened has threatened the peace in that state. And the people say they are going to stick to the guns and stand for peace and righteousness. And the song that Mr. Yusuf sang, it's a song that is derived. They said that weapons that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So our enemies are not the people we see them carrying clubs and matches and knives. We wrestle against principalities and powers and rulers of this dark world. And that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, they are not AK-47 that you can see with your hand and pull and pull triggers. So that was what prompted those Christians. So Jesus said that if I'm hated, if you follow me, you must be hated by the same world that hated you. So it's not something new, this extent of persecution. But we're praying that one day the head of the serpent will be permanently crushed. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for having you on this platform, and how you guys, how yourself and some of the persons who have been here take to time is something I really I envy you guys, and I must thank you for this. So, Laurie, man, you have my really.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Mike, for having me, mindset and the opportunity to speak. I would like to go straight to the point, and I would like to speak in less than 2 minutes by God grace. Well, Nigeria, my country. Nigeria is very unfortunate of Nigeria today. Nigeria, I know the other Nigeria of today, and the kind of these spaces and subsequent spaces currently. And I know something big is coming to Nigeria, which I don't believe is to happen to Nigeria. The bomb has been picked to Nigeria, and many Nigerians are there on the top, which I'm not believing to going to work by God's grace. Nigeria will be united, and each and every one of us will stay in peace and will be united. What I do I'm a, I'm a Kono, coming from Kano State. I lived for a long time in Plateau State for over 15 years with my father. Uh, he works with it. We stayed there in quarters. I know how it was really peaceful. I was in just with my father when the Zangon got a crisis. What happened? What I do today is that whenever there's a crisis in Plateau,